Live from Studio B and KPRC 2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life on this Thursday, Baby Friday, the last day of June. I'm Courtney Savala.
Baby Friday, Friday Eve, so many fun things to call Thursday. I'm Derrick Shore, everyone. Glad to have you with us. Coming up on today's show, we'll meet a local woman competing in the Miss USA Texas pageant, how she's using this platform to shine a light on a devastating disease that truly has changed her family's life.
Then, after advancing to the semifinals of NBC's American Ninja Warrior with her brother, we're chatting up with a local athlete, Isabella Wakeham.
All right, and after going on assignment to San Antonio, KPRC2 anchor Danielle Guzman adopted this adorable little kitten. We'll find out how she knew it was the perfect match.
Oh, I like what you did there. She rescued that little kitten. So cute. And Mel Camp is getting ready for the 4th of July. Hi, Mel.
Hey guys, look at who I have found. This is just a little bit of what you can expect on July 4th here at Plaza Americas for Liberty Fest. It's going to be, as you can see, absolutely spectacular. We are going to talk more about all the fun you can have, the food, and all the cool things. Plus, we're also going to meet not quite Shakira, but Houston's own Shakira. So that's going to be a whole lot of fun coming up soon.
Okay, Shakira and Houston. Who knew? Before we get into all of that, Mel, let's get a check of today's forecast.
That is right. I think we're waiting on rain. Where is it, Frank?
Coastal, coastal, coastal. You know, I've been talking about that, and that's exactly. Jamaica Beach had almost 3 inches of rain this morning. I know. Take a look at this camera from Galveston, and you can see people negotiating the seawall there. It is still coming down, and this, unfortunately, is the Gulf Freeway at FM 518 from Houston Transtar, and you can see the flashing lights. They have had a big accident there. So if you are in that rain, please be careful. It's not coming down terribly hard, but what's there is making it very slick and dangerous. There's a flood watch through 7 o'clock Friday. The heaviest rain still expected at the coast, and you'll notice, I'm going to explain this coming up, you'll notice there's that low. That's the low that I'm watching, and it's moving away from us. The Hurricane Center is also watching at least the potential for some development way to our south. So they are flying that as we speak out of Keesler Air Force Base. So far, they haven't found a whole lot down there, but they are insistent that that area could still become a tropical depression between now and later tonight. Right now, 24-mile-an-hour winds. We'll talk about that, talk about where all this is going. How much rain can we get between now and Friday evening? I have the answer coming up.
Okay, we definitely need it.
Yep. Okay, Frank, we'll see you in just a little while. You know, yesterday we were down in Galveston. We took the show on the road live, and we were worried about the weather hitting us in Galveston.
Not a chance of that.
No, it was such a beautiful day down there. We had such a good time at the Grand Galvez. Thank you to all the viewers who we met out there, viewers who reached out as we retrace some of the steps of Galveston's history. And man, that Grand Galvez is beautiful, Courtney.
It really is. We had to cheers. I can't remember what drink you had. What did you have? Do you remember?
I don't remember the name of it, but it was delicious.
Well, this is Daryl Hill. He's the general manager there at the Galvez. And I had the Audra, the ghost. What was it called? Now I can't remember.
I don't know. I think the Galvez something.
Bride Ghost. Ghost Bride? Something like that. I'm ruining it, but it was a fabulous drink. It was great. We had so much fun. It was delicious.
It was good. And you know, Rudy and Paco's one of my favorite spots on the island. Paco, what's up, buddy? Jan, who works with him and their entire staff. We knew they were going to set up a little lunch for us. We had no idea the spread, Courtney, that we would find when we arrived. We were full as ticks, as we like to say, and they were great sports. We had a lovely afternoon, a beautiful lunch. We should eat like that every day. I know. We even signed a little photo and stuck on the wall as a joke, but we are told that they're probably going to keep it on the wall. Well, I hope so. Or maybe they'll just see us coming and be like, quick, find that picture. Put it back up. Put it up there, yeah. It's a must visit. So again, thanks to everyone who stopped by and said hi. We had several Houston Life viewers in the restaurant as well. It was so much fun. It was a beautiful day on the island. We rushed back home because we had another great event to get to. And speaking of food, we found a way to eat our way through another event for the James Beard Foundation's Taste America Culinary Series. It happened last night at Silver Street Studios. Some of our friends of Houston Life, of course, earlier in the week, a few chefs were on the show talking about this event. It was fantastic. I mean, some of you who attended this event, look, there's Evelyn Garcia right there. And of course, we saw Don Burrell is there, Michelle Wallace, Ruben Ortega. All of these friends have been on our show. We've seen them on Top Chef. This is your friend Rebecca.
Rebecca Mason, the Fluff Baker, and she's fresh off of breaking her wrist. So a few more weeks, she's going to be back to normal. We had such a lovely time.
And essentially, if you've never been to one of these events, you sip and eat your way through the entire evening.
Oh, so
Brandon
good.
and I actually started with dessert from Fluff Bake Bar. It was a Rice Krispie treat with caramel covered in chocolate. The drink menu, there's Michelle Wallace right there. And
her smoked catfish, ridiculously good.
So good. Evelyn Garcia's dish was one of my favorites of the entire night. Had a little kick to it, ceviche there. And it was great to catch up with people, but also what a testament to Houston's food scene to have all of this happening under one roof.
It really is. And, you know, of course, Chef Evelyn is fresh off of season 19 Top Chef Houston, made it to the finalists there. Don Burrell from season 18. There's so, and of course, you know, James Beard nominated. So there's so much happening in our community, and all of this great food is available. And these chefs are so happy to make this food, and to just be recognized is really cool.
That last little thing we saw on screen, by the way, was a potato chip with creme fraiche and caviar and fresh flowers. I know you didn't get to have that.
I missed that one, but maybe I'm going to have to find that again.
Made that. Look at this.
Delicious.
It's like a work of art. Man, it was so good. So, yeah, congrats to all the chefs. It was a great night.
You know, so next week the boys are headed to camp. So Orlando and I, this is like the one time a year that we just like have date night every night.
Awesome.
You know, it's great. And one of our nights just got canceled because we got Mandy Moore tickets. She was going to play at the Heights Theater, and she announced on Instagram that she's canceling the remaining dates of her tour. And totally understand, as a working mom, I get this.
Yeah.
She posted this on Instagram and basically talked about she's been so blessed to tour and go out and sing and be part and have a tour that people want to buy tickets to go see. But that tour was scheduled before she knew she was pregnant. And now it's just proving to be too much for her. And she said thank you and is canceling the remaining dates, which includes her Houston date next week.
A lot of people disappointed, but she is refunding tickets for everyone.
Yeah.
And, you know, to have that kind of a life and be such a big celebrity. Mandy and I sat down when she was doing This Is Us with Justin Hartley there. And she's just such a lovely person. It's always interesting to sit down with someone you feel like you've known your entire life, right?
Yeah, right.
Because I was a fan of her music before she became an actor. So good for her for taking time to herself and to spend time just enjoying her pregnancy.
Life is short.
Life is short. But hopefully, once baby comes, she can throw baby in a backpack and go back on tour.
Not really in the backpack, though. Like maybe just, you know, don't throw the baby in the backpack.
Well, the baby Bjorn sits up front, or the backpack. What's wrong with a baby backpack?
You should throw it. I mean, just place it.
Gently put the baby in a backpack, Mandy, and then go back out on tour, right? It's just a suggestion. It's just my idea. Hey, a special shout out to our friends over at 100.3 The Bull, George, Mo, and Eric. We love these guys from the morning bullpen. So ahead of 4th of July, they had this really great idea. Essentially, they have been on a special mission to collect 10,000 cards for our troops. And this morning, they had a really big update to share. Watch this.
Hey, Derrick and Courtney, thank you so much for letting us jump on for a second. We just wanted to say thank you to everybody in Houston. We had this idea of collecting 10,000 thank you cards for our troops for the 4th of July. And we just wrapped it up this morning.
Y'all, it was insane. It was a party. Everyone here in the studio, there was confetti, there was champagne. Trust me, Courtney. And we really didn't know if we were going to hit that number. 10,000 seems like a lofty goal.
A lot of cards. Yeah, exactly.
But spoiler alert, we did hit the 10,000.
Yeah, look at what we have in the studio here. Look at this.
Amazing.
First of all, incredible stuff. We got it hanging up here. And the final count for our 10,000 for the troops. Eric?
The final count wasn't 10,000. It was 31,192 cards for the troops.
Yeah, so fun. Thanks, y'all, for your support.
God bless America. Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th.
That is so incredible. Listen, George, Mo, Eric, you had such a great idea. 31,000 plus cards. That's amazing.
And of course, they did that with the help of their listeners. So what a lovely effort from the community to send in those cards and show our troops who are overseas. I know I've had family members and friends who have served overseas, and I know on holidays, those times can be very, very difficult. So just a little bit of love, some extra love from back home goes a long way.
It sure does. And a lot of them keep them. So when they have, you know, I've seen stories where they open up their kind of boxes. Yeah, the memory boxes and things. So that is so lovely and so special. And there's something really fantastic about a handwritten card decorated. It's just lovely. Yeah. Okay, another shout out to a friend of Houston Life, Astros Alex Bregman and his wife. They are launching a new line of Breggy Bomb salsas. It also includes spices and rubs this weekend, which is happening on Saturday at noon at Little Woodrow's in the East downtown location. We're so happy for them. I mean, of course, Breggy Bomb salsa, you can get it at Minute Maid Park, get it at HEB, all the things. It's really good. But I'm glad they're expanding their line.
It's super cool. And also Reagan, shout out to Reagan, because she's pregnant, and I know that process, you know, comes with a lot of ups and downs. She's a busy woman, and look at her.
Beautiful.
Look at her. It's so fun following her on Instagram, and yeah, we wish them all the best. And, you know, I think Alex is enjoying this process as well, right?
Well, it's a busy time for everybody. Look, he's even nesting, building furniture, helping out. We're so excited. Reagan told Lauren Kelly she'll be 9 months pregnant next week.
What, already?
Yes, her birth, she's due in August, early August, and they just posted this video on their Instagram. It's Alex building some baby furniture.
You know what, that makes me feel a little better knowing that celebrities put together their own furniture sometimes too.
Yeah, celebrities and athletes.
Yes.
Coming up later, we're going to hear from Randy and Ari out at Minute Maid Park. A little bit of a game going on today. Somebody's in town?
Oh, yeah, I think so. From New York, maybe?
Nah, I don't know. We'll talk to them about it, though. Still to come, from Cyprus to the national stage, we're catching up with a local American Ninja Warrior contestant about her exciting run on the popular NBC show.
Okay, look at that incredible photo right there. Also, find out why this Miss Texas contestant is using her platform to shine a light on a disease that has changed her family's life. Her story when Houston Life returns right after this.
A local woman is using the platform of the Miss Texas USA pageant to shine a light on a devastating disease that has truly changed her life and her family's as well.
Yeah, her name is Yuvia Alzate, and ever since her mother was diagnosed with ALS, she's dedicated her life to raising awareness. She joins us now with more on this important mission ahead of this weekend's Miss Texas USA pageant. Thank you so much, Yuvia, for coming by Houston Life.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited.
The pageant is a big deal. I know this takes a lot of work, and there are very important causes wrapped up in a pageant. We're going to get to that in just a moment, but first I want to chat about your mom. Back in 2018, she started having some strange symptoms. You initially thought nothing of it, but it turns out that would lead to an ALS diagnosis.
Yes, correct. So she was diagnosed in 2019. It took her 1.5 years to get diagnosed. So that's the thing with ALS is there's not one test to diagnose ALS. You basically have to rule every other disease out wait until the disease fully progresses to finally say it's ALS.
It is debilitating, and I know we're looking at video of your mom, and that's currently her situation. She's in a wheelchair, the GI tube, ventilator, all of those things. But you and your mom and the rest of your siblings are still very close, and you want to make people more aware of what this horrific disease is all about. And I think it's so wonderful that you have that as your platform.
Yes, correct. Actually, so going into this pageant, that was the first thing that I thought of was, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this with a purpose. And my main purpose is to really shine a light on ALS because there's a lot of people that don't know what it is. And even whenever my mom was diagnosed, I had no idea what it was. I literally, as we're sitting there in the room with the doctors and they're diagnosing her, I had to go on Google and Google what is ALS. And that's when I instantly read terminal fatal disease, and that's when it really hit me like, is this like real? Like there's no way my mom has this, but I had no idea what it was. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that has gone through that same situation not knowing what ALS is.
What do you think it is, maybe inside of you or maybe the strength of your family, that really has allowed you to go public with this story? Because I can imagine competing in a pageant is a big deal. There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot involved in that. This is your first pageant, by the way. You've never done this before. But it must be sort of feel like exposing a little bit to go on stage and tell this story so publicly.
Yeah. So in the very beginning, it was a little bit harder to express myself, and whenever I did talk about it, I would always tear up and get very emotional. But I think through the process, it's been more of a it's been easier to just let it out, and I think it has helped me also internally heal and deal with my pain as well. So it's overall, it's been good for me.
And sort of therapeutic, you know, where
therapeutic.
you want to be able to tell your mom's story, and clearly y'all are very close. And I think that is what is so great, is that you're able to share this. We should mention, obviously, you just did, this is your very first pageant, but you've been very busy. There's a lot of work that goes into pageant, but you're a recent college graduate as well. I mean, tell us about that and finding the time for all of this.
So whenever my mom was diagnosed, I was a full-time college student, and so after her diagnosis, I kind of took a step back and went more part-time with my college work, and then that's when I got my real estate license to help out more financially at home. And just with everything, you learn how to really manage your time, and that's one thing I have really learned to do is time management. And you know, you can't take any second for granted. So yeah, I've just learned to manage my time, and I also want to be able to make my mom proud. So then, you know, she wanted me to graduate, and that was one of her biggest dreams, was to see me graduate. So I was glad that I was able to have her there.
College grad with your real estate license, competing in the Miss Texas USA pageant. As if you were not busy enough, you also started a group. It is called Vive la Vida. What is the purpose of the group?
Yeah, so Vive la Vida, my mom would always tell us Vive la Vida, and ironically now, you know, now that's harder for her, it means so much more to me, and I don't take anything for granted anymore. I really take this saying that she would always say, now I really truly cherish it. And I've created this movement to raise awareness and bring more funds in and try to get other people going through similar situations and let them know that they're not alone, that there's other people also going through similar situations, and you don't have to battle these issues alone.
Yeah, this is a full support group for people and families who are dealing with ALS. You're the spokesperson with the ALS Association, the Texas chapter, and this weekend is the big pageant, right?
Game time this weekend, yes.
How are you feeling? Butterflies before the big event?
I'm excited. I feel like there has been so much anticipation and preparation going up to this weekend that I'm just ready to get it done and over with. I think I have prepared myself enough, and I'm ready. I'm ready. Whatever, win or lose, I feel like I've done my best. So.
Right. And I don't think there's a reason to lose here. I mean, you're winning on all levels.
Exactly.
And what's so great is your mom and your siblings are right along with you, and I think it's fantastic. So thank God for that Instagram message that made you jump into the pageant scene, because I think you're going to represent it well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Yuvia, when you come back, something tells me you might have a little crown on your head. Who knows?
We hope.
Wait and find out.
Who knows? Okay, fingers crossed for you. Thanks so much for stopping by Houston Life. And in the meantime, if you would like more information about Yuvia and her Vive la Vida movement, you can visit our website, HoustonLife.tv, and check out the Scene on Houston Life section.
And good luck. We're cheering you on. When we come back, we're checking in with Mel Camp ahead of a free family festival celebrating 4th of July this weekend.
And later, how this cute little kitten stole the heart of KPRC2 anchor Danielle Guzman, what she is learning about becoming a cat mom. All that when Houston Life returns. Don't go away. Look at that face.
Oh. Welcome back to Houston Life. Do you have 4th of July plans yet? Well, there's plenty of family-friendly options in Southwest Houston happening on Sunday.
And yes, there are fireworks and games. Liberty Fest is happening in front of the old Sharpstown Mall, now known as Plaza Americas Mall. Mel Camp is joining us live from there now with a preview of all the fun. How's it going, Mel?
Oh, guys, it's so much fun here. I feel like the festival has already begun. I mean, I'm just meeting so many amazing people, and I don't know if you can hear the kids screaming in the background, and we're having a blast. Soon I am going to introduce you to Houston's own Shakira, and I think she's going to teach us some dance moves, so that should be fun. But one of the most important things of all festivals, I think, is the food, and so that's why I am roping in Kenneth Lee right now. He is the chairman of the Southwest Management District, and hey, thanks for joining us.
No, thank you. My pleasure. Yes, thank you.
This is awesome. I thought perhaps you might be the best placed person to talk us through the food that we can eat on Sunday at Liberty Fest, because I mean, this is a delicious spread.
That's right. I can tell you, we offer over 100 countries international food over this festival to reflect the diversity of our district. You know,
it's a really diverse district, the Southwest.
It is. We have over 100 countries immigrants come to this area.
Australians too, I heard.
Of course, it's one of them, you know.
One.
Yes.
One right now. All right, Kenneth, so what food would you recommend for Sunday?
You know, I've been on Bel Air area, the Asian business town, for over 30 years. I can tell you, one unique is we have the most diversified and beautifully decorated boba tea, the milk tea, tapioca tea in the entire Houston. Highly concentrated. Every milk tea is delicious.
Is it? Can I just have some?
Yes, please.
Can I? See, I did that well as well.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know, with the tapioca, the boba tea, you can enjoy. That's a summer flavor, all seasons. Other than that, you can see that.
This is really good.
Yes.
I'm recommending the milk tea. Okay,
so,
what else?
So you can enjoy that. You can see that even here we have from Caribbean, from Central and South American food. You know, tacos.
I think this is street corn is the best festive food.
That's right. A lot of finger food, good for festival. We are going to celebrate the Liberty Festival every year from now on, from the Southwest Management District.
It is really going to be an amazing fun day. I mean, it's so much fun here at Plaza Americas. There's a lot going on. There is always delicious food here,
yes,
but it is getting out into the parking lot and being part of Liberty Fest on Sunday. So
July the 3rd. That's a Sunday, this Sunday.
Are you going to be there?
Yes, and then we have a fireworks show. Don't forget that.
Fireworks. So many things. Another really awesome thing is the entertainers.
Yes.
There is going to be a lot of music, including Shakira, Houston's
That's
own
right.
Shakira.
Yes.
And coming up, she is going to teach us how to dance. Are you in for that?
I'm in. I'll also dance.
Kenneth's in, I'm in. Guys, we're going to get a dance lesson from Houston's own Shakira in just a moment, so make sure you stand by for that.
Man, that spread looks incredible. Looks so good.
I'll see you Sunday.
All right, Mel Camp, save us some of that corn, please. It all looked great. All right, still ahead on Houston Life, we're chatting with a local teen ninja who recently competed on NBC's American Ninja Warrior.
But first, let's check in with Lauren Kelly with more on a sweet rescue. Hi, Lauren.
Okay, is that the sweetest baby you've ever seen? Coming up, how our KPRC2 evening anchor Danielle Guzman saved this little kitten's life earlier this week. Houston Life will be right back.
Welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derrick back with you at 3:30.
Has the rain arrived? Why don't we check in with Mr. Frank Billingsley to find out. Hey, Frank.
Hello. You know, it's all about location, location, location. And if you're at the coast, you've seen a pretty good downpour throughout the day. And you can see that low pressure system. This is what I'm watching right there, that swirl, and it's taking all of this toward Louisiana. Saying that, the Hurricane Center is still interested on what you see down here. There's not a lot going on, little lightning there, but this is a potential for at least some development between now and by the time this area actually makes it on land. So, saying that, they've flown this today. So far, they haven't found much. Came out of Keesler Air Force Base place about 11 o'clock this morning. They've been in there all afternoon. You can see the plane. They're starting to leave that area, 24-mile-an-hour winds, and there's been no upgrade on it. So it's going to go in between the two high-pressure systems. That would take it right really into the Houston area, keeping the heaviest rain again at the coast. This is 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. I think we get pretty much a break tonight, and then we continue to see at least some showers through the afternoon. That low moves along, scattered showers into Friday and Saturday, and that's it. I think a lot of us are not going to get any rain at all out of the deal. You can see a lot of zeros there, 600s, 100s, 300s, but then at the coast, 2 to 4 inches. We'll talk more about this and your forecast into the July 4th weekend coming up at 4 o'clock.
Okay, Frank, thank you for that. Well, hopefully the weather holds out for the Astros fans, because I've heard something about a big game happening in a couple hours.
I mean, there's a game. I don't know how big. I mean, you know, the Yankees are in town for one night only. Emotions always run high with this team, but on our own home turf, I can tell you we keep it classy here, not like in the Bronx. Sports director Randy McAvoy is joining us live from the field at Minute Maid Park with a preview of this matchup. It's great to see you, Randy.
Yeah, good to see you guys. Early start here just after 5 o'clock. Just one game with the Yankees here at Minute Maid Park. They're making up a game from early in the year when the season started late. They'll play the other two right after the All-Star break in a doubleheader. So they'll play one tonight, close to a sellout's expected. Got to show you some video now. Let's take a look at it. The big story coming out of that Mets series finale yesterday, the collision in the 8th inning between Jeremy Pena and Yordan Alvarez. Both went down quickly, had to leave the game. And the latest now, they are still being evaluated for a concussion. Neither player is in the starting lineup tonight, yet they have not been ruled out at potentially, if they get cleared, perhaps being able to play at some point tonight. So a little up in the air on those two right now for Jeremy Pena and Yordan Alvarez. Hopefully they'll be okay. If not tonight, they'll be back over the weekend as the homestand continues. All right, we're going to bring in Ari Alexander now. We're here covering this one-gamer with the New York Yankees. Kind of weird, but, man, after that 4-game set with the Yankees, I love this rivalry, the way it continues to heat up.
Yeah, it's a great rivalry, and this is looking to be like the ALCS preview for both the teams. The Yankees have been the best team in baseball so far this year. The Astros have shown that they're right up there in that series. And the Bronx, they could have won all 4 games.
Absolutely.
They blew it late twice, but you split the series in the Bronx. I think you got to be feeling good about yourself, and then you get to test against the Yankees one game, and then the doubleheader is obviously going to be a little different. But I think if you're an Astros fan right now, you got to be happy where you are as they're cruising into the All-Star break. There is no reason for either one of these two teams to not make it at least as far as the ALCS.
I think it's a preview for October for sure. Ari's here. I'm here. We'll have more coverage ahead at 6 o'clock. 5:10 first pitch, so if the fans are coming out, get here quickly, hopefully before the rain hits downtown here at Minute Maid Park. Back to you guys.
All right, well, it is a no better place to be for this one-game series with the Yankees, and we're hoping for a good W. Guys, thanks so much for the update, and of course, we're pulling for Pena and Alvarez as well. Very scary collision there.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Randy McAvoy, Ari Alexander, thanks so much for that. Well, earlier this week, on Monday night specifically, our KPRC2 evening anchor Danielle Guzman was on assignment in downtown San Antonio when she found a baby kitten shivering in an empty parking lot.
Yeah, that mama stepped right in. It's been a few days, and now Daniela has a pretty difficult decision to make. I pretty much know what it is. Lauren Kelly is here with more on this heartwarming story. Hi, Lauren.
Well, whether you're a dog or cat person, this story is sure to tug at your heartstrings. Daniela has always considered herself just a dog person until earlier this week, when a tiny baby kitty just may have won her over for good.
Is it alive or dead?
No, he's alive. He's whining.
Well, it didn't take long. Once Daniela saw those 2 bright blue eyes,
It's a baby.
her mama bear instincts kicked in.
We didn't have the heart to just leave the cat there by itself. We knew that if we left the cat there, it might not survive the next day or the following day because it was hurt. And you could tell it had not eaten and it was dehydrated.
Daniela wrapped the baby kitten in her shirt and took her back to the hotel room to get some much-needed rest.
I thought, I'm just going to take her to the hotel, snuggle up with a kitty. No, she hid under the couch and was there the entire night and meowed super loud. And she was like, I don't know how to count noises, but it was so loud and it got louder throughout the night.
After a restless night, it was time to head back home. Daniela decided to take the kitten back to Houston, but first, they needed to eat. Forget the water and forget the cat food. For this kitty, only Starbucks would do.
Yeah, baby.
Some egg white bites, and they were back on the road.
I have no idea even how to hold a cat. I know nothing about cats. I tried to walk the cat. I mean, I'm a dog person, and so I like cats, but I don't know anything about them, so I'm learning. I need help. If anyone has advice, send them, please.
An experienced mom, Daniela knows the rule. When baby sleeps, mom sleeps. Back in Houston, it was off to PetSmart for supplies and a quick play date. I don't think she liked the fishies.
So I found a really nice lady who knew a lot about cats, and she showed me how to put the formula in the milk, and she fed her right in front of me. She was starving. She drank the entire bottle in one sitting.
Next up, home, and it was love at first sight.
As soon as I got home, I'm like, we're not gonna keep her, we're just gonna nurse her back to health. And of course, as the hours went by, we're holding her and loving her, and now they wanna keep her, now I feel guilty. I don't know what to do.
Once the girls understood the rules, it was time to name her.
We first named her Tony, for like San Antonio, but then we changed it to Luna with the photographer. We just liked it, I don't know.
Luna settled in fast. She even learned to play hide and seek.
They love her. They're learning as well, because we're dog people. We've only had dogs. So we're all learning together, and they're fighting over her. Who gets to hold her the longest?
So now that we are all on Kitty Watch 2022, will Daniela end up keeping the kitten? There's only one way to find out.
I feel like this is a lot of pressure. You know, since I posted Luna in her story, a lot of people have reached out and want to adopt her, and I was like, I'm not ready to separate from Luna yet. I don't want to feel this pressure. But she is the littlest animal I've ever held in my hand. Like, you know, when you have a newborn, you don't know how to hold them. That's how I feel.
Like in those videos, she looked tiny, but in person, she is minute. She's so sweet.
And very fragile. She was very dehydrated, and so she didn't want to drink water. We bought her cat food. She didn't want that. She ended up eating a little bit of egg whites. I was like, that can't.
Starbucks, of course.
Starbucks. Yeah. She liked it. So I'm learning, you know, and trying to figure it out.
She knows you're her mama, though.
Yeah, look at that.
She is precious.
So what do you say when people write in wanting to adopt her?
I say we're still discussing it. It's a family decision, and we'll let you know. But I want to find her a perfect home, you know?
For sure.
I guess I don't feel adequate as a parent, because like we feel like newborn parents, because I don't know a lot about cats, but I've been learning, and there are a couple people here at work that have been giving me really good tips.
Well, there's only one way to learn.
Yeah. No, just jump right in. I think you're doing a really good job.
Like I have a newborn again. Like my maternal instincts just like kicked in.
Yeah,
you know?
It is like a newborn. You put her right on your chest the first 5 minutes. She's yours.
Adorable. Just adorable.
Congratulations.
So she's Houstonian now because she came from San Antonio.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm going to take her to a vet. I haven't been able to do that, but just to get her checked out, make sure she's healthy and stuff. But
she's beautiful. Congratulations.
I will.
Good luck.
Well, still to come, we're meeting a local teen American Ninja Warrior.
But first, let's check back in with Mel Camp, who's hanging out at a fun event for the entire family. Hi, Mel.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm here at Plaza Americas, and on Sunday, Liberty Fest is happening. It is going to be an amazing celebration for July 4th with some fantastic live music. Peter's going to be playing. Diana Torres is going to be singing because she sounds just like Shakira. And coming up, all of these guys, I'm roping them in, and we are going to learn Shakira dance moves. Wish me luck. That is up next on Houston Live.
Welcome back to Houston Live. 4th of July is just a few days away. Can you believe it?
No, I cannot.
I know. And we're previewing an event that's so much more than fireworks.
Yeah, it's called Liberty Fest. It'll be packed with performers, singers, mariachi, belly dancers. Mel Camp is at Plaza Americas learning some moves from Houston's own Shakira. Right, Mel?
Oh yeah, guys, I've been kind of putting this off the whole show, but now the moment has come where I actually have to do the dance moves. But yeah, Liberty Fest is going to be such a great event for the family. It's free, it'll be fun, and Diana Torres will be there. Of course, she's a Shakira performer, because you look like Shakira. Are you excited for Liberty Fest?
Estamos muy emocionados de estar aquí este próximo domingo 3 de julio. Los esperamos en the Liberty Fest.
Yes, well, it's going to be amazing to see you perform. And I keep putting it off, but it's time to teach us how to dance. Can you show us? I've roped in some friends. Are you guys ready? Okay, we're going to do this. Oh my goodness. All right, can you show us how to dance?
Only 3 steps, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay, only 3.
Step 1.
Okay.
around, 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 around. Step 2. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Step 3. Shake it up, 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 shake it up. Yeah! I don't know, am I doing okay? Hips, what do you think? Only hips. More hips? Only hips? I thought I had lots of hips.
Okay, we've been learning it's not the knees, it's all in the hips.
Only hips. Around, around, around.
I need to leave it to the expert. Guys, we're having this much fun right now. Can you imagine how good Liberty Fest is going to be? It's going to be unreal on Sunday. It will be wonderful to see you perform. Very much looking forward to that. But unbelievable, so much fun for all the family. Guys, why have you stopped dancing? Ready? What is it? Step 1.
Step 1.
Ready? You need to learn these moves because if you're coming to Liberty Fest, you need to know how to dance like Shakira.
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
I'm going right, left. Is that a problem?
No, no problem. Left, right. Shake it up,
A for effort.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it up,
shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. Courtney and Derrick.
Y'all are very good.
Shake it up, shake it up.
You know, this entire time I've been thinking, Mel, I wonder if my hips would move like that. I think the answer is a safe no.
No, me either.
Yes.
Thanks,
we'll
Mel.
leave it to Shakira. That's fine.
All right. A KPRC2 investigative reporter Mario Diaz will be at Liberty Fest this Sunday. Again, all the fun starts at 1 p.m.
Very nice. Still ahead on Houston Life, we're catching up with teen athlete Isabella Wakeham from American Ninja Warrior.
That is right. She's in studio, and look at those muscles. She just advanced to the semifinals of the popular NBC show with her brother.
All right.
We're going to get the scoop on the competition when Houston Life returns.
When she was 10 years old. Part of this new generation of ninjas that grew up on this sport. They are so good. I love it because she is so smiling and sweet off the course, but you see the focus that makes her such a good ninja. And she is through. And with her time, she's guaranteed a spot in the top 30, but you know she wants a buzzer.
I was watching this at home screaming crazy when this was happening. Welcome back to Houston Live. You might recognize this competitor from Monday night's episode of NBC's American Ninja Warrior.
Isabella Wakeham, she is no stranger to the competition. The Cyprus native was the top woman in both her qualifying and semifinal competitions last season, and now she has advanced to the semifinals. She is joining us today to talk about her incredible run. Welcome back to Houston Life. It's so good to see you. And man, it just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it?
Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good to be back to be talking to you guys again.
Well, it's great to have you here. And I have to tell you, I mean, I'm still completely amazed when we see you all on the course. That is the first time that y'all are running. You don't get a run through.
Yeah, so a lot of people see us run the course and think we get to practice it, but we don't. So what you guys are seeing is our first time on those obstacles. We have no idea how it's going to feel or what it's going to be like.
You are like a fish in water, and to refresh our viewers' memories, at 10 years old, that's really when you started becoming a ninja, or ninja-ing, if that's a word. You said as a child you always loved climbing on things, and when you're running this course, you seem like you're very much in your element.
Yeah, so I've done ninja since I was 10. As soon as I was born, I just loved climbing on anything and everything, and so once I found the sport of ninja, I just fell in love with it and kind of just have been in my element. And of course there are days where there's an obstacle you can't get, something's hard, and so I can't pretend that it's all easy, but I love every moment of it.
The incredible upper body strength, the concentration, the crowd screaming, your family's there, you're on top of a body of water. It's all the things, the adrenaline. And we have to remind people how young you are because you were instrumental in getting the competition age lowered to 15. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course. So There are other leagues outside of the show, so we compete almost year-round, and so most of those leagues had a 18 and up rule for kids competing adult. You couldn't compete at the pro level till you were older, but me and some of the other teens started competing on that pro level, and the show took notice, and so they lowered their age limit and allowed us to start competing at 15.
It's a good thing they did. And you're 18 years old now, right? You just graduated high school. Big news for what's next?
Yeah, so I'm going to A&M in the fall. Pretty excited about that. Yeah, still training ninja. That's what my life's going to look like for the next couple of years.
And listen, let's talk about your graduation day. Where were you? Did you walk?
So on the day of my graduation, we were actually filming for American Ninja Warrior. So instead of walking across the stage of my graduation, I walked across the stage to run a course.
That is pretty awesome.
But you still had the cap and gown.
Yeah, absolutely. Of
It
course.
all worked out. Hey, let's talk about your family a little bit. That's Mom over there, right behind the scenes.
Hi, Mom.
And this is brother Isaiah on the television right now. So Isaiah, he's now 21, so he's a few years older than you are, and he's really been a huge driving force in your life.
Absolutely. So training with my brother, competing with my brother has been influential in the kind of athlete I've become, because instead of training with people on my level, I've always trained at his level, and I've tried to elevate my competition and my training to him and to other 21-year-olds and other adults. And so ever since I've been a kid, he's welcomed me and included me. And you saw in the qualifying episode, after I fell, he jumped in the water to come over and hug me. And I think that just speaks to the kind of brother he is. It doesn't matter if he gets wet, as long as he's celebrating me. And that just always means the world to me. No, I know that whether I fall or win, he's there.
Oh, it's so awesome. What a great testament to your parents as well, because they instilled those values into both of you, which I think is great. Your mom is here in studio behind the camera. Let's talk about your dad, because you guys like to watch F1, Formula One racing. Was this a pandemic thing, or were you always into it? Because I fell into it during the pandemic.
Okay, so maybe a little bit before the pandemic. Okay. So there was a TV show on Netflix about Formula One.
Yes, girl, it is so good.
Have you seen? Okay.
Yes.
So
that's where
good.
I got sucked in.
Right. Okay. So what pulled me into that is you get to see the kind of athletes they are, not just them in the car, but they're kind of behind the scenes, the way they train, their hand-eye coordination, their reaction time. And I love that as an athlete, because some of their like drills that they do, I've been like, oh, that could help me be a better athlete. And they drive cars, I'm on a course. It's totally different, but we can do a lot of the same things to become better at our sports.
And here I was wondering if you were passionate about anything more than being a ninja. Your eyes light up like this morning. Okay, so a lot of people might be wondering, what are you majoring in college, and what are your plans post-college? Because you're, I'm guessing, planning on being a lifelong ninja? Is that right?
That's the goal. I mean, so with sports, you always have to account for injury or for burnout. And, you know, knowing that it's not a forever thing. Right now, I love ninja with my whole heart, and I can't imagine anything else. So I'm studying kinesiology at Texas A&M to keep me kind of in the sport world. I've struggled a lot with some injuries in my ninja career, and so I want to use my kinesiology degree to maybe do some research in that field, kind of discover what we can do for ninjas to prevent injury and to make sure it's a safe sport, because, you know, I'm part of the new generation of people that started as kids, and I want to learn how we can make our bodies last full term so that I can do it forever.
It's so great, and it's such great exercise, and also the recovery part I think is really important too, and it's something you can carry on for a long time. It's
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, we're looking forward to seeing you the next round sometime in July, right?
Sometime in July.
Okay.
One last gun show before you go, please.
Yeah.
Check
Ninja
it
like
out.
a girl, everybody.
Isabella Wakeham, thanks so much for stopping by Houston Life.
Thank
Yes,
you.
congrats. It is so much fun watching you on the telly. And you all can catch American Ninja Warrior Mondays at 7 p.m. right here on KPRC2. As we mentioned, the semifinals start later next month.
And after the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including another fun spot to explore in Texas.
And as we go to break, let's check in with Kevin Frazier to see what's coming up on Entertainment Tonight. Hi, Kevin.
Derrick and Courtney tonight on ET. Is Kelly Clarkson's divorce delaying her new music? Then secrets behind Hayden Christensen's Darth Vader return, and which star kids made cameos in Thor: Love and Thunder. You don't want to miss it. That's tonight at 6:30 right here on KPRC2. But sit tight, because Houston Life will be right back.
Tomorrow on Houston Life, it might be raining here, but we're heading west to find some sunshine in New Braunfels.
All right, grab the swim trunks and the sunblock. We're going to be floating the river, checking out Schlitterbahn, and exploring some hidden tunnels.
Plus, drinking some beer, eating the food, and spinning the prize wheel.
A fun Friday straight ahead. And speaking of food, I just have to say, last night that James Beard food event was so much fun, and I had this sort of starstruck moment. I was so nervous. Christine Ha was there. Chef Christine Ha, we know and love her. She has the Blind Goat downtown at Bravery Chef Hall. They're about to open their newest location in Spring Branch. And I've known about Christine for so long, watching her on TV, eating at her restaurant, but I was so nervous to go up and say hi. You helped me through it, though.
I did. I walked you right up. No, she's lovely. Her food is delicious. Her story is incredible. And we're so proud of her success and the other chefs that were there last night.
Yeah, I sort of had trouble thinking because I was so nervous being around her.
You did great, Boo.
Oh,
you did
thank
good.
you. Thank you. So, Christine Ha, if you're watching, we love you, and we're excited about the next location of the Blind Goat. We got to make it a date when they open.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I know we're talking about rain, but I feel like I'm dressed for a picnic. I just feel like little Bo Peep. I think I'm ever wearing this top again.
Wow.
Sorry.
If only we had a basket with some sandwiches.
I know. Does anybody have one?
Anyone have?
Feeling like a picnic.
We already have the blanket. We're good to go. Hey, and that kitten for Danielle Guzman. I can't wait to find out what she's going to do. I mean, I hope she keeps the kitten. Oh, it's a boy. It's a boy kitten?
It's a boy? Oh, we called her she the whole time.
He doesn't mind.
We're very sorry.
He doesn't mind. But listen, that kitten will have a good home regardless.
And I'm so glad we're here to share that story. All right, that's going to do it for us today.
Have a nice picnic.
I will.
Brandon and Christine.
It's
have
all
a nice
the rage
afternoon.
in the studio, too. That's been the conversation. It's a boy after all.
Oh.
It's a boy.
I'm just laughing at just the banter.
Right.
Like, where's Yogi Bear? He's looking for a picnic basket.
Right. I'm sure he's here somewhere.
It's very flattering and in style.
Well, thank you. I just keep getting a glimpse of it, and all I think is little Bo Peep or a picnic.
I don't like my shirt either,
listen,
so
we
we're
love
even.
Little Bo Peep and picnics, so I don't see the problem.
Thank you for shining a light. Thank you for being the bright light. Thank you.
Love you too, and enjoy tomorrow, and have a wonderful weekend.
Most
and
definitely.
We're getting close.
Beer and a prize
Friday
wheel.
Eve, everybody.
We're getting close. All right,
See y'all
you two.
later.
Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, you too.